Good morning, my people. My name is Hajara, and in today's video, I would like to take you through how someone can prepare him or herself for his asylum interview. Basically, when you have an asylum interview, one thing you have to do is to have enough sleep so that you don't have panic in the later day. You have to have enough sleep, you have to have enough rest, you have to eat well so that you do not have problems during the day of your asylum. So, what do you have to do? How do you prepare yourself when you're going into this asylum interview? You have to know that during asylum, expect any question to come your way. And remember, these asylum officers, they have seen it all. They've seen people cry, they've heard people talk, they have seen it all. So you have to make yourself presentable and you have to be ready. So, number one, review your story thoroughly before you enter into your asylum interview room. Write down your story in order, okay? Write down from the first instant to your arrival of the country host. You have to memorize the key dates, places, and also names. You have to review what you said in earlier forms or interview so that it matches. Remember, we said in the previous videos that you have two types of interview. You have the initial interview and you have the main interview. The initial interview, this is when you're basically asked about your identification, your personal information, your family background information. So you have to remember all those details that you gave in the previous interview in case asked again. Number two, you have to have supporting evidence if possible. Not every story needs evidence, but if possible, gather supporting evidence. You have to have the identity document, you have to have the letter, maybe from your employer. You have to have the police report in case you were imprisoned, medical reports in case you visited a doctor during that period, photos of what happened to you in case you have it. Even if your name was written in the news articles, you have to present this newspaper so that they can read the article to know that this really happened to you. And if at all you have anything like a witness or a statement, you have to present that person, you have to give in the name of the witness, you have to state where the person is, all that kind, so that you make your story believable. Number three, you have to learn about the process. What do I mean? Know what will happen during the interview. Before you go into the interview, you have to learn about the process. This is when you have to know what will happen during the interview and understand your rights. For example, if you're not confident enough, if you do not trust the person that you're going to see, then have yourself an interpreter, maybe because of the language. Have yourself an interpreter that will explain to you everything. You have to request for breaks if at all you're scared, if at all you're tired, if at all you need water, if at all you feel headache, if at all you're sick, if at all you need to go to the bathroom. You need to ask for a short break so that you can have your confidence back and continue with your interview. At the end of it, when they give you what you have said, you have to read through to correct. If you did not say that word, you have to correct them for them to correct your interview. You have to ask your lawyer or caseworker for a mock interview to practice sessions. In case you fear that you're not confident enough to face the interviewer on the day of your interview, you can always go to Caritas, these supporting groups that help the asylum seekers, or if you have a lawyer, you can always go to your lawyer so that he can give you a mock interview to take you through the sessions of the asylum interviewer to to know what you can expect on that particular date. Okay? You have to prepare yourself emotionally. The interview can bring up painful memories. It's okay to cry or even pause if you feel like it's okay. Just know you have to prepare yourself emotionally. You can also ask for a short break if needed. If you feel unwell or unsafe, tell the officer so that you get the help you need in this particular moment. That's why I say you have to prepare yourself emotionally. Another thing, you have to be honest. You have to be honest. This is when never invent or exaggerate in your story. Don't invent something that you're going to forget, and don't exaggerate something that you're going to forget. Be honest. If you don't know or you can't remember, it's better to say so. If you don't remember exactly what happened on that particular date, don't say that date. Just say, I don't remember exactly when, exactly how it happened, but this is how it happened. So that you don't put yourself in perjury that you're lying to the interviewer. You have to know that inconsistencies damage credibility more than missing information. If your story is inconsistent, then you have damaged the whole thing. It's better to be consistent than being inconsistent, because if you're inconsistency, then it's better you miss the information or the evidence, but to be consistent. Number thing is, you have to know your rights. You have to know your rights when you're going into this interview. You can request for an interpreter in your language. If you're not comfortable to use English, to use any given language, it's better for you to ask for an interpreter that can speak your home language, your local language. If you want to use Luganda, you can ask for an interpreter that can speak Luganda. You can have your lawyer present, okay? In case you're scared to go alone, ask your lawyer for company. They always agree for an extra person to escort you during that interview. So if you're scared, you can always ask your lawyer to be present. You can also ask to correct mistakes in the interview script before signing. I said it that this is part of you knowing you're right. Once they read the script of what you said, you have to be attentive. And if you hear anything that you did not say, then you have to correct it before you sign that this is what you have said. So, after that, there is after the interview, you usually receive a script to summarize what you have said. In this review, you have to listen when the interviewer or the interpreter is reading for you that this is what you said. The decision may take weeks or months. No one knows how long it takes. It depends on your officer that has worked upon you. If refused, if your asylum is refused or rejected, you can always often appeal, because appeal also has its own set of time. It's not like something that, if at all your asylum is refused or rejected, you can always appeal. So the best advice I will give you, or my final advice I'll give you on how to prepare yourself, is be honest, calm, and detailed. Tell your story as a personal experience, not just political opinions. Prepare with your lawyer or a refugee support organization. Keep all documents organized and accessible. If you cannot go to your lawyer or a refugee support organization, you can always ask your friend that has been through the same situation as you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'll bring you another video. Any questions, comment, like, share. Bye.